Yeah, and I'm back on the battlefield. So, with today's presentation of Battlefield, I want to discuss with you the Battlefield classes and how to correctly use them because I see a lot of motherfuckers just fucking it up. So, I got what is, it's not my favorite class, but it just does work. This is a support class. This shit is a straight up monster. But, I'm gonna start the shit off with how to use my favorite class. It is the class I've used the most, the class that I only had, the only class that I have a service star in, and probably arguably the class that I'm best with, because well, despite the way other people play, it helps me play as a team. It's the recon, and I'm gonna tell you how to play this thing correctly, because all of you that are in the back of the map trying to snipe people are all playing it wrong and losing the game for your team. First of all, the sniper rifles in this weapon suck. Especially the bolt actions. They suck dick. They don't normally drop people in one shot, even if you hit them dead in the chest. They won't drop them. The best way to use the bolt actions is honestly as close as you can safely. Because they just don't do enough damage. They don't do enough damage at a distance. They just leave you hanging a lot. You know, they get you shot. So, I would honestly advise for the recons to start off with a semi-automatic weapon. And if you must use the bolt action, use the M40A5 and use it on maps where you can get people at mid-range in clusters. That's the best way to use it. It'll drop them. You know, or maybe like a rush or a straight line conquest, like with the flags in a straight line. If the flags are in like a square or a triangle, you don't want to fuck with that with a bolt action. You're going to be shooting at a lot of moving targets. And you know, you really want to have something where people are going to be having to sit still for a few seconds, like Rush. When they sit down to take that MCOM, hit them. When they go into the bathroom on Operation Metro to take the MCOM, hit them. When they pile up on Conquest Operation Metro at B, hit them. That's the best way to get kills with those things. That's the best way to use them because you want to be somewhere in the mid range. And honestly, you want to hit somebody who's already been hurt so you can drop them in one shot. Because unless you get a headshot, you're probably not going to drop it in one shot, and these motherfuckers move a lot. So getting headshots is somewhat difficult. It takes quite a bit of practice. But that's not what the recon's for. The recon is not for sniping. It's for reconnaissance. That's why I Call of Duty, it's a sniper. In this, it's a recon. Now I'm going to tell you how I play the recon and how I'm successful with it. Like I said, these things have shit weapons. And they've taken the explosives away from them that they had in Bad Company 2. There's no mortar strike. There's no more C4 for the recon. So you got to use what you have to your advantage. What the recon has better than anyone is equipment. The recon has a shitload of reconnaissance equipment. It has motion sensors. It has a mobile spawn point, which honestly single-handedly revolutionized this fucking game. I use the fucking spawn point, the mobile spawn point, to take the advantage away from my opponent. On rush game types or in certain type of conquest games, you can take that fucking mobile spawn point and put yourself in a position to just destroy the enemy. Like, a good recon on an okay fire team can win the whole game in a rush. Because what I would always do with the mobile spawn point was run behind the enemy lines, plant the mobile spawn point in a weird place where they can't find it, and then have my team constantly spawning on them to shoot them in the back. And it allowed me to just win. And I can't explain it no better than that. You can just win with that shit. And with the other equipment, you can also get the drop on everybody. Since spotting is so fucked up, it sometimes helps, especially on bigger maps, to have a good recon. So you can follow them around with the map. You can use the motion sensor to find out where they are, if they're near your position, if they're near your MCOM. There's the SoFlam. It can auto paint. If you set it out and if you set it up and leave it out, it can auto paint vehicles. Like, it'll just paint anything that goes past it. So that's always good because nobody spots in this game. And not to mention, spotting is so fucking broken. And honestly, I'm gonna tell you why spotting is broken for the people who don't know. When Modern Warfare 2 was real popular, Bad Company 2 came out, and nobody really played it except the Battlefield people. Well, the Call of Duty people, a lot of big name commentators, I ain't gonna say their names, a lot of machinima people, you know who the people are who are talking shit about it. A lot of them picked up Battlefield for 5 minutes. And they picked up Battlefield for 5 minutes. They put some on Machinima. They put some on their channel, and they basically talk shit about it. They basically said, this is overpowered, that's overpowered, vehicles overpowered. You shouldn't be able to have it. You shouldn't be able to have that. And they basically just shitted on spotting and said spotting is fucked up. And the problem was they had influence over, you know, people because they were working with Machinima and they were actually meeting with people who made the game. You know, they were meeting with developers, and they had a discourse with developers to say this is fucked up and that's fucked up. And developers actually believed them, even though they don't play Battlefield games. And they basically play Battlefield for 5 minutes and then put it down because the changes that the developers made would never affect them. So yeah, they pretty much fucked up spotting. So spotting doesn't work. Soon as, like, I've actually followed people around with the MAV and had the MAV watching over them and follow them. And the moment I spot them, a second later the spot fell off of them. Just because it's so fucked up. Oh, another thing's fucked up, wall glitching. I can't stand the fact that you can lay prone and hide half your body in a wall. That is such bullshit. But yeah, spotting's real fucked up. Like, I followed guys around, spotted them, and watched the spot fall dead off of them while I was looking at them. They weren't in any buildings. They weren't near any cover. They were in the open, and the spotting just faltered. So spotting's real fucked up. We all know that. Fine. But, you know, the Recon has a lot of good equipment to help you take advantage of spotting. The MAV, the motion sensor, the SoFlam is good for vehicles. And that's what you should be playing a Recon for. Reconnaissance, information gathering. You should be spotting people all the time. They used to have an auto spotter scope. I guess they took that out because the people who don't even play the game thought it was bullshit. What the fuck ever. Like, really, they really kind of dropped the ball in this. But I'm enjoying myself any fucking way despite their fuck-ups. So that's how you want to play the Recon. You want to gather information. You want to use a semi-automatic rifle. I suggest the SKS. It is the weapon that I have the most kills with in the game. Okay? I have a bunch of fucking stars with that gun. I've killed a shitload of people because basically I put the ACOG on it. I throw a silencer on it and a grip on it, and I can gun down an entire team with that sniper rifle because it does so much damage, and I can just spam the fucking bullets at you and it's accurate. I don't really bother with the bolt action except for the M40A5, and that's just in, you know, maps like I said to use them in, like stuff like, you know, maps where people are mid-range and they come in kind of a cluster. I've never, oh actually, no I have. You can get collaterals here, but it pretty much has to be a headshot. So I've gotten collateral headshots in this game, but don't expect it. Few and far between. It is few and fucking far between, but you can get collaterals in this game. And my suggestion is that you do not have more than one recon to a fire team. If you have 2 recons on a fire team or more, you're losing. You are probably losing. And I hate having people on my team with a bunch of fucking recons playing them like snipers. They are not snipers. They're recons. If you're going to suck with the recon, either switch classes or actually do some reconnaissance. Like, get the fucking MAV out, fly around the map, point everybody out, and get some rogue kills while you're at it. Like, that's the best thing to do if you're going to suck with the goddamn thing and try to sit in the back of the map and snipe, because it's not going to work. People can see the glint on your sniper rifle. They're going to come for you. They're going to come and they're going to fucking knife you. Snatch your dog tags off. That's how it goes. So, that said, that's how you want to use the recon. That's how I suggested. You can use it however the fuck you want. But if you're losing, it's probably because you're using the shit wrong. So, after that, we have the support, which has been changed from Bad Company 2. This guy, the LMG guy, used to be the medic, and people hated the medic having the LMG. But honestly, making him the support now, I don't know why they call him support. This dude's a straight up monster. This dude is the Hulk. The support is probably should be your main killer all the time. Like, this guy can kill anything. The support is equipped to deal with almost everything except a helicopter. And if you need to deal with a helicopter or a jet, get an anti-air fucking gun